Hello, my name is Bradley Butler, and I am the Executive Director and Curator at Main Street Arts in Clifton Springs, New York. Exhibition programming at Main Street Arts is made possible in part by the New York State Council on the Arts. So today I am going to take you on a virtual walkthrough of our current exhibition, which is Relics of the Here and Now, and it features sculpture by Jennifer Hecker of Brockport, New York, along with drawings by Juan Perdiguero of Oswego, New York. Both of the artists in this show have been included in other exhibitions at Main Street Arts. Juan was in our Painters Painting Painters invitational exhibition at the beginning of 2020, and Jennifer was in our National Juried Small Works exhibition at the end of 2020. And they also both submitted to our open call on our website, which is how we paired them together. We found that they really had a great color palette that went together, and also their ideas that they were exploring in their work really fit well together thematically in an exhibition, and that's how we joined them together in this show. And I think you'll see as you view the show that it's evident that their work really fits well together. So we're going to do that now. So a little bit about the show. Both artists aim to define a place and time, and also to address our shared connection as a human species to something spiritual or psychological. They're both capturing specific and ephemeral things in their work, and the title of the show, Relics of the Here and Now, speaks to the idea that the works of art being made now are perhaps future relics, something to be looked back upon in the future, to tell people something about the time we're in, the here and now. The past has an obvious effect on the future. One thing informs the next, but the future also shapes the way in which we look to the past. Old ideas become new again. And this is something that rings true when looking at both artists' work. It's visible in the use of weathered found objects in Jennifer's mixed media sculptures, and also in Juan's reverence for the style of the Spanish Baroque painting. So you can kind of see the nod to the past in both of their work. And I'll just give you a view of both rooms here. And you'll see as we go through the show, this is a really interesting color palette throughout this whole exhibition. Very subdued and very consistent across both artists, which I think this is the first time that's probably ever happened in an exhibition at Main Street Arts. And so we'll focus in on a couple of Jennifer's pieces first. So this piece is called Scrapbook, and it's a combination of flamework glass, welded steel, dyed MDF, sandblasted slate tiles, plate glass, plaster, and found objects. And Jennifer says of her work, "My work always starts with a recognizable form or found object, a drain, a shelf, a table, a book. It is that recognizable form that is the entryway into my work, and where the entrance leads is where the art lies. It's a place discovered through making analogies between forms and ideas, through using physical matter to realize spiritual concepts, and by allowing metaphors to bring meaning into the realm of the mundane." And she also says, "As a sculptor, materials are the vocabulary with which I speak. Glass is a relatively new material for me. Its transparency and fluidity suggest water, and I've been intrigued since 2013 with sculpting water and using it as a symbol of the transient, ephemeral nature of life itself." So when looking at her work, you can really see the allusions to water with the glass. And then where that takes you, I think, is up to you. And this is a great piece. It's this standing accordion book form. And then we'll look at another piece of Jennifer's too. This is the most recent of the work in this show from Jennifer. And this is called Weathermaker. And this is flamework glass, welded steel, and found objects. And I just love the shadows that Jennifer's work makes. And her work is at once, it comes across as it's fairly simple. You've got this found object in the middle and glass on either end, but it is insanely intricate at the same time because of the materials and the process that she uses to make this work. And just seeing little areas where glass and metal come together can be real magical. And one of the things I find so striking about her work as well is just the contrast between the old and new. The weathered found object contrasted with the white or transparent glass. And as we turn from this piece over to a few of Juan's pieces, you can see that color palette very much holds into his work as well. And Juan says of his work, "The conceptual basis of my work consists in the study of contemporary ideas in psychology, spirituality, and philosophy that explore the political and socio-cultural reality that influences the evolution of human behavior in Western society. The emotional impact of the images I create communicates a concern about the fragmentation of a world in constant technological evolution and social, political, and ecological destruction, where moral values, social structures, and physical environments are changing rapidly, conditioning the survival of the animal and human species. The representation of animals that I create symbolizes hidden aspects of the modern condition of the human animal, and by reflecting on the animal side of our existence, they become manifestations of the human mind, which convey deep feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and alienation." And often there will be a diptych or a triptych or pieces that are closer together in which you can start to kind of form your own narrative, or you can see the relation between the various pieces that are put together. And we'll go look at another series of pieces over here. And Juan's work starts in the darkroom, where he uses photographic chemistry to make abstract paintings, and then he renders a highly representational image of a human or animal face on top. And the ink that he uses ends up being very translucent, so you can see through to the bottom layer, which is that photographic chemistry, making this abstract kind of painting using darkroom materials. And it's just great, the interaction that you get between the surface, the final surface, and the very first surface, which is done in the darkroom. And I'll just give you another kind of view of the two rooms here. And we hope that you'll have a chance to come in and see the show for yourself. The exhibition runs through Thursday, April 7th. And we are open Tuesday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we also hope that you'll join us for a virtual artist talk with Jennifer and Juan. That will take place on Facebook Live, March 29th at 5 p.m. And we'll get into an in-depth conversation about the work in this show, process, and also ideas behind the work. I'm very much looking forward to that and hope that you'll be able to join us. And I thank you for watching this walkthrough. So we hope you get a chance to see the show for yourself.